Hi, I am Daniela, and I'm going to read a story from the chapter Winning the Inner Battle from the book Secret of Enlightenment. You have heard of Mahabharata. A teacher was teaching 5 Pandavas and their cousins. They were five small children and 5 brothers. The first lesson was, don't be hangry. The children only needed to memorize the lesson so that the teacher could test them the following day. They wrote the words and they went home. The next day, the teacher tested everyone individually. All were able to repeat, "Don't be angry." But Yudhishthira, even though Yudhishthira was the most intelligent one, he was having the hardest time repeating it. The teacher did not understand why he couldn't memorize such simple words. "I thought you were the most intelligent one," the teacher said to Yudhishthira. "You can't memorize?" Yudhishthira replied by saying, "I was not ready for it." The teacher felt very disappointed and said, "Because of you, I cannot teach further now. You must memorize your lesson, or I will have to punish you." The teacher gave him more time. Still, he couldn't memorize those 3 words. Out of exasperation, the teacher hit him with a stick. He hit him with his hands to no avail. Still, he gave him one more day to memorize it. The teacher didn't want him to be behind all the other students. Even the next day, he couldn't repeat, "Don't be angry." The teacher could understand what was wrong with him. All of a sudden, the teacher who was teaching "Don't be angry" became very angry and treated him very cruelly. Still, he remained balanced. A while later, Yudhishthira spoke. "Yes, now I memorize. Don't be angry." The teacher said, "Just for this, it took you so long?" "I memorized it the same time you uttered those words. But I was testing myself to see if I can be angry or not." "You tried to hit me, you tried to beat me, and now I can say, 'Don't be angry.'" The teacher thought, Yudhishthira is not a fake, he is a real student. A real student always tests himself not to be controlling or to control his anger, but by witnessing if he or she gets angry or not. The more you try to control those inner enemies, the more they come in front of you. These enemies are very strong. The analogy of the ball is very good. The harder you hit or push a ball to the ground, the higher it jumps. It is the same with anger. The more you suppress or control anger, the higher it jumps. Controlling or suppressing any emotion is not the way. The way is to understand why you are angry. ask yourself, what is the root cause of your anger? If you go in that direction, you might be able to dissolve it. To dissolve any emotion is totally different than to control it. In controlling, you suppress, while in dissolving, you have awareness and understanding of what is happening. Once anger is dissolved, it will no longer jump up at you. Understand the cause and know the root of where anger is coming from, and you will be free of it. This is a very important aspect of learning, and suppression never works. Sometimes we try not to feel our emotions. We either ignore them or we either try to avoid them. But that doesn't help either, because we need to face the reality of what is happening inside of us so we can be able to dissolve, so we can understand it and dissolve. So if we're not able to do this because we lack the courage, or because we are not confident that we can handle it, then we might have to suppress it, or we might just ignore it. We might go in different direction and not try to look, but it will keep building up. But the more it will build up, the bigger this anger or whatever emotion it is will get, and it will cause problems for you, and you will find very more difficult to be balanced and to be peaceful with yourself. So as this young child tested himself and be able to see if he was angry or if he understood what anger is, the best thing is that when we are faced with such situation is to see what we can do with it. Suppress it, it's not going to help. It's going to slow down our development and our growth and the ability to be peaceful and feel at ease with oneself. So as the story goes, we need to do the same. Anger is not a bad thing. It's caused by something, and we need to find out what that thing is, the causer, because otherwise we might go in different direction. A lot of people go into smoking or drinking or many other things, drugs or many other different things, or just simply just bringing that anger towards themselves and become very depressed. And this is not what we want to do. We just wanted to be able to liberate ourselves. And by understanding and by listening to things like this, someone talking or reading something, we have the chance to improve ourselves. I hope this was helpful to you, and I want to thank you for listening to me reading and explaining, at least to the understanding that I have. Thank you.